And then yesterday, the noise they made, one of the person, the lawyer there is a governor. His count we have even focused, it is on our red flag. So you can tell that lawyer can govern.
Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the other day, the former CS for Treasury, Ukur Yatan, was arrested by the EACC. And of course, the Siaya Governor, James Orengo, is the one appearing in court to present him on this case. Something that angered the EACC boss, Twalib Mbarak. Twalib Mbarak came out to issue some kind of a threat in his statement to the person defending the victim in the court. And that message was directed to none other than James Orengo, the senior counsel and the Siaya governor. This is what Twalib said in reference to Orengo. Yesterday, the noise they made, one of the people there was a governor, and his count is on our red flag. So you can tell that lawyers, come governor, we may end up in his place very soon. We did not start investigating Wairia and Watani yesterday or 6 months ago. We started it long ago, even when he was the CS Treasury. We are still investigating him on issues where he was a governor. This is the EACC boss. But you can see a kind of a direct message to Governor James Orengo. Orengo responded to this. But first of all, listen to the EACC boss.
The message we are passing to the public here is that we are overwhelmed with the number of cases that we are investigating. We did not start investigating Wairia and the attorney in the yesterday or 6 months ago. We started it long ago. Even when he was a CS Treasury, we were still investigating him on issues when he was a governor. Now, the things that are now ripe, we have all the evidence that when we lock on them, they'll have a case to answer, is when we arrested them. So, there is nothing like, and this is a message that the current governors, niendeleni kuiba, but pole will get hold of you. So, it's a message. And the issue of saying it's political, you know, that is the song of politicians. When you arrest a policeman, there's a famous Twitter handler who will say these guys just go for small fishes and petty cases. The way the chairman has said, when we go for politicians, mumetuma. When you arrest somebody who is in the government, you have been bought by the opposition. When you go for somebody in the opposition, you have been bought by the government. So this is common noise we are used to. But you see, there's a famous saying that if you want to reach your destination, don't get engaged with barking dogs, because you'll be busy kicking these dogs and you'll never reach your destination. So you ignore. They make the noise and we arrest them. And then yesterday, the noise they made, one of the person, the lawyer there is a governor. His count we have even focused, it is on our red flag. So you can tell that lawyer can govern.
Now, on Twalib Mbarak's remarks, one of William Ruto's close ally, Nelson Harvey, responded to him. And he is in total disagreement with the Mbarak. This is Nelson Harvey's position. Governor James Orengo, now he knows very well that Mbarak is addressing none other than James Orengo. So his position as a lawyer, this is what he's saying. Governor James Orengo is a practicing advocate and can act for whoever he chooses, including Lord Lucifer. Let Twalib Mbarak know that if he goes after Orengo for performing his professional duty as an advocate, we will come after him and obliterate him. That is Nelson Harvey. Then Orengo responded to the same, and this is what he's saying. Complaints in regard thereto have been made many a times, but approps the governor, we say bring it on without delay. That's now Orengo telling Mbarak that bring it on They have been talking about those issue of corruption allegation, but he's telling him, bring it on. Then Nelson Harvey has also the same message to him that you cannot threaten Orengo for doing his job as an advocate of the court. That is now the current situation as far as this issue is concerned. We are continuing this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, there is no problem with one of the government institutions like EACC and others playing their role to arrest those who have been mentioned in corruption cases, to do investigation and bring culprits to book. They are right to do their work. But then, if you look at the manner in which they are doing their work, you start questioning them. That as you go for the former CS for Treasury, Okuria, you should also, in equal measures, go for those who brought in the edible oil that we were told is unfit for human consumption. KEPSA, waliangalia wakasema is unfit. It was a kind of contraband. Who made the order or approved the issue of bringing in edible oil? CS Moses Kuria. So in equal measure, we should see them taking Moses Kuria to the court. When are they going to arrest Moses Kuria? In this edible oil issue, they evaded taxes more than 6 billion shillings. Kenyan shillings. 6 billion. The tax were not paid. When are they going to arrest Moses Kuria? It's a question they will not tell you. You talk about the issue of fake fertilizer, that is still very hot contested issue here. It is still a fresh story which was exposed by independent journalists. When are they going to arrest those who have been defending the suppliers of the fake fertilizer? They literally took some sand, then they painted it, and they supplied it to farmers in the name of fertilizer, which turned to be fake. Then you see CS for Agriculture, Mithika Linturi. He comes up and bashed the person who did the investigation. He used some bad words to describe him. Then he's here defending the crooks. When are you going to arrest them? Now we have heard stories about the Nairobi County and all the corruption cases that are going on. When are you going to come for Sakaja? So you look in all this, you find out that the EACC is giving a chance to politicians in the manner in which they become selective in their arrests. Because you find out that those who are being focused on, mostly, they are the governors who were elected on the Azimio side, or those who worked under Uhuru Kenyatta, the previous regime. When are you going to arrest UDA governors? And when are you going to arrest those who have committed a crime against the economy under William Ruto's administration, the CSS, the ones we have mentioned, and many more others? So you find that they are selective in their dealing. And once you are selective, you give a platform for politicians to use it. So you have given them a fodder. It's a political fodder. So definitely, you cannot gag Orengo from saying what he said, because he can point out other individuals whom you are not dealing with. But you focus on specific cases. So in that way, you bring in politics in this arrest. Anyone can easily say that EACC is being directed by someone from State House or elsewhere to perform their duty. And that's why it is political witch hunt. It is selective. That's what Orengo said. So when he said so, Twalib Mbarak now pointed at him that we have been investigating you also. We are soon coming for you. In that statement, you see a kind of threat being directed to Orengo. That now, because Orengo is presenting Okur Yatan in the court on this matter, so they have also to talk about him so that you threaten him to develop a cold feet and stop presenting this case, or to stop, how do you say, to stop prosecuting this case in public court. That is it. So it is because it is now politics are in here, Orengo will do two things. He will prosecute the case in court and then in public opinion court. Ndani ya court na nje ya court, they will talk about it. And that's exactly what he's trying to do here. So definitely that's why you see someone like Nelson Havi. He comes in as a lawyer and a former president of the Law Society to defend Orengo. Because it seems like the EACC boss has a problem with someone who is trying to do his job. Orengo is a senior counsel and an advocate of the court. So he has a duty to play in his capacity as a lawyer. If you have a case before the court, he can represent you. Whether you are wrong or right, you need a lawyer. So he does this job as a profession. What's the problem with that? So what Nelson Havi is trying to do here is to defend the professionalism of lawyers. What Twalib Mbarak is trying to undermine. So you look at this, and the statement from Twalib Mbarak, you ask so many questions. Why are you selective? Those who are in Kenya Kwanza and in UDA are not being touched. They are untouchable. But you focus on other individuals. Ukienda paka huku kwa cabinet, you see someone like CS Juma, Aisha Juma. She had a case. How did the case end? Talk about someone like the CS for Agriculture. 32 civil cases against him. But he's a CS. So where are those cases going to? Now he's a powerful individual. He has a chance even to destroy such types of kind of cases. Those are the people we are talking about. Why is it that all the cases against the current deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, were dropped? All the cases. He even won a land near to airport here, Kenya Airport Authority, worth billions of shillings. It is because the case were dropped. So, in one hand, you are dropping some cases and have individuals allowed to have their way. Then, in the other hand, you are pushing to now tell us that you are arresting individuals to silence them now. So, you look at this, you see it is political because one side you are dropping cases because they are in the government. You drop all the cases against them. Let them have the properties that were in question. Then on the other hand, you are attempting to arrest the other ones. Simply they are not in the government. With all of this, we can interpret and say that it is political witch hunt because it is selective. Otherwise, if EACC had enough tooth to fight, inafaa ikuwe kama msumeno, ukipeleka mbele unakata, ukirudisha nyuma ikate. So that we will see those who are in the government are being reached out to, they are being arrested, and those who are out of the government, in equal measures, the same is happening. In that way, we can't make noise, we can't complain, we will understand that EACC, they are doing their work, period.